Hello, everybody. Well, here we are in the cosmic turtle moon of presence. Welcome to the Noos-letter of the Foundation for the Law of Time, number 129. So, as I mentioned, we've made it here. We are in the cosmic moon of presence, the cosmic turtle moon of presence, the 13th and final moon of the 13-moon calendar. Quite a white magnetic wizard year it has been. You feel like the whole year's gone by and now it's the 13th moon, and I think, wow, it was the wizard year. I should have been doing a lot more timelessness, which the timelessness is the code of the wizard. And it certainly seems like this whole year could have used a lot more deep dive into timelessness. So if you've done that, kudos to you. For my part, I don't feel like I've been doing enough of that. So that's certainly what it feels like. So we're in the cosmic moon, and that's why I got my Pakal Votan sarcophagus lid shirt on, so we're ready to go. So in this moon, as always, in any of the 28-day moons, there are 3 wave spells represented within each 28-day cycle. So in this moon, the first 2 days of the moon are the last 2 days of the blue storm wave spell. The blue storm wave spell was kind of special because it started off with the Noosphere constant day, and we had a bit of an online festival through the cybersphere in order to create kind of a channel of the Noosphere, that is our collective one unified planetary mind, each individual human self-reflective consciousness taken as one whole, which is greater than the sum of its parts, the Noosphere. So that was a very powerful day, and hopefully by the time this video is out, I'll be able to put a link in the description where you can see the recordings of various things that lots of people shared about the Noosphere at that time. So anyway, that's just by way of saying the first 2 days of this moon are the last 2 days of that blue storm wave spell of self-generation. Following that is the yellow human wave spell, and that begins on Gamma 3 of the moon on Gregorian calendar June 29th. The yellow human wave spell of free will, influencing, and wisdom. So we have all 13 days of the free will wave spell. There's certainly a lot of free will scripts playing out in our multivariate parallel universe stack of planet Earth at this time, with everybody living in various parallel universes, what it kind of seems like to me. So anyway, we have all 13 days of the free will human wave spell. After that, we have the complete 13 days. So this is kind of cool. This moon, it's 28 days. So the first 2 days are the end of a wave spell. And then the remaining 26 days are 2 whole wave spells. So that's a pretty cool synchronization that doesn't happen every time. And it's a nice kind of completion affirmation as we're completing the 13th moon of the whole year. So that also means it's the cosmic moon, and the last day of the moon is going to be the cosmic tone of a wave spell. So there's nice completion there. So anyway, the final wave spell of this moon also begins the 52-day blue western castle of burning, the court of magic. This is also known as where a Camelot sequence begins in the mythology of the dream spell. You can look that up at lawoftime.org. You should just search lawoftime.org, dream spell history. You should be able to find that. So anyway, this blue western castle of burning, the court of magic. It's the court where the monkey presides over the western court. Here, the red serpent wave spell begins the blue western castle of burning, court of magic. So the red serpent is the power of life force. We have all 13 days the power of life force, surviving, and instinct. So that's a pretty powerful conclusion to our white magnetic wizard year. Just touching a little bit on some of the other layers of the codes, it's interesting that white magnetic wizard had the perfect support partner is the red magnetic serpent, and that is the day that begins the red serpent wave spell, which concludes our white magnetic wizard year. So we have a very interesting, supportive last 13 days of the year. Let's see what happens with that. The other thing of note is that the white wizard and the red serpent both are coded by the planet Maldek, the name for the asteroid belt, the destroyed planet. So in the mythology or the psychomythology and cosmology of the law of time, Maldek represents quite the rift in the collective psyche of the whole heliosphere, the whole solar system as one organism. whereas the human beings on planet Earth are representing the self-reflective consciousness within that organism. And so therefore we play out some of the, say, unresolved karma or unresolved issues of the destroyed planet, which establishes kind of a, as explained like the Cosmic History Chronicles and other publications of the Law of Time, the destruction of Maldek creates kind of this background dissonance that kind of informs on a deep subconscious or maybe like pre-conscious level the various dramas and plays that occur within the solar system, especially on planet Earth, which of course is where the self-reflective consciousness is currently residing. The planet becoming a noosphere, planet Earth. So again, the last 13 days of this moon is the red serpent wave spell of life force, surviving, and instinct. So just to recap the whole cosmic moon of presence as one capsule, take one every 28 days or whatever, we have the last 2 days of the blue storm wave spell of self-generation, energy catalyzing. So those 2 days kick off the cosmic moon of presence. And the next 13 days is the yellow human wave spell, free will, influencing wisdom. And then the moon concludes with the red serpent wave spell, life force survives instinct, which also initiates our 52-day cycle of the blue western castle of burning, the court of magic. Keep in mind that in the cosmic moon, every moon we have the question that we ask ourselves. And in this moon, we ask ourselves, how can I expand my joy and love? So again, within this moon, we have the blue storm self-generation, yellow human free will, red serpent life force. So just repeating that on purpose just for the various contexts so you can see the whole thing kind of like a Russian doll, codes nesting within each other to create the whole. So the other thing that's pretty powerful this moon is that we actually have 10 days in a row of galactic activation portals. But there are 2 galactic activation portals in the first week. And thank you, I can't remember right now who emailed us, but they let me know that in the last moon's wave spell, I left out the yellow resonant human galactic activation portal. So very sorry about that. And a shout out to my friend, Yellow Resonant Human, who always reminds me of galactic portal days. But in any case, back to this moon, the first week has 2 galactic activation portals. The first one is on June 30th, Gregorian, that's Kali 4 of this moon, Kin 93, Red Lunar Skywalker. Red Lunar Skywalker. And it's also kind of a nice symmetry here too, because the Red Lunar Skywalker is here in the very center of the moon. So right down the central spine of the moon, starting that off the galactic portal, Red Lunar Skywalker. Then the last day of the moon, the first Celio day, Rainbow Bridge day of the moon, the second galactic activation portal, and that's the Yellow Overtone Warrior, Kin 96. That's going to be on July 3rd, and that's on Celio 7 of the cosmic moon. So then the 10-day galactic activation portal run begins, very interestingly, on Gregorian date, July 13th, 7/13. If you remember, I've been bringing this little friend along with some of my videos. The 4:7 as 7:13. If you have 1 through 7, 4 is in the middle. And if you have 1 through 13, 7's in the middle. So therefore 4:7 as 7:13. One of the basic mathematical structures underlying all the codes of the law of time. So here in the 13th moon, we have 10 galactic activation portals in a row starting on 7/13. And on the 17th day of the cosmic moon, so 13/17. So if you like numbers, there's some fun there. That begins on the White Lunar Worldbridger. White Lunar Worldbridger is Kin 106, and it's also known as the key to the tomb of Pakal-Vutan. It's also, it's over, I believe it's on the north side of the sarcophagus lid. And so another reason why I got my sarcophagus lid shirt on. So we have 10 galactic activation portals after that. So I'll just read them off real quick. So Lunar Worldbridger, Electric Hand, Self-Existing Star, Overtone Moon, Rhythmic Dog, Resonant Monkey, Galactic Human, Solar Skywalker, and Planetary Wizard. 10 galactic activation portals in a row, starting with the Lunar Worldbridger, key of the tomb of Pakal-Vutan, the only Pakal-Vutan clear sign on this moon, and then concluding on the Blue Spectral Eagle. I left out our 10th one. Blue Spectral Eagle is the final galactic activation portal day. And that's the final week, we also have a very special event you've probably seen in our newsletters, the Timeshift 2020, Activating Galactic Culture on Earth. That's going to begin on the day 22, Dolly 22 of the cosmic moon on Kin 111 Blue Resonant Monkey. And so we're going to have videos of 28 plus speakers for all 7 days of the final heptad, the final week of this 13-day, or this 28-day moon, the 13th moon. So please do tune into that. It's very powerful that the first 5 days of that sequence is going to be galactic activation portals, and then we're concluding on the whole moon concludes on Kin 117, which is 9 times 13, 2 other powerful numbers in the whole cosmology of the law of time, and of course cosmic moon ending on cosmic tone day. So very nice completion there. So that's the word from here. Of course, as I mentioned before, please order your calendars now. We have galactic calendars from SkyTime available, and we also have some day books from Koyomiya in Japan that are available now. We can ship those. The Star Traveler's 13 Moon Almanac is print on demand, so I recommend ordering those as soon as possible because the print on demand supplier is having some delays in printing due to COVID-19. So do order those, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a real powerful year, and I really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I hope they've been helpful for you throughout this very trying year, very interesting and revealing year. And here's with hopes for magical regeneration, healing, awakening, joy, and how can we expand our joy and love this moon. So the day after this moon is also the day out of time, the final day of the 13 moon calendar, July 25th. That's going to be white magnetic mirror. So stay tuned to lawoftime.org, and we'll send out announcements of day out of time activities that may be occurring, possibly in your area. We're not sure. Social distancing, maybe there'll be some online events. We'll find out. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and wishing you all the best for this moon.